Hello, and welcome to Rampant Pyanodon Season 6, Episode 10. Last episode, we finished the last of the pre-metallurgic prerequisites, which was just hot air, I think. And so this episode, we were going to start with lead and tin plates. And this is because we are running out of solder for rails, so our factory can't expand anymore. For a second, I wanted to switch to actually working on simple circuit boards, because we're down to our last 400, which is very, very frighteningly little. But I realized that to make simple circuit boards, we need a lot of stuff like copper plates, zinc, iron, glass, and we also do need solder for simple circuit boards, which means let us start with the lead and tin plates. As you saw in the background, the first thing I need to do to get lead plate is mine lead ore, and if I want lead ore, that means I need to expand my railway over leftwards to the lead ore. So I expand my railway to the left, and then I go ahead and make the, then I go ahead and get some lead ore. Yes, it did take me 2.5 hours. I spent a lot of time deciding how I wanted the rail network to look and disconnecting a lot of the logistics and a lot of running back and forth as I am starting to run out of items in my stockpile. We have about 1,000 rails left, so let's use that and hopefully we can make our way to the tin ore and connect that up too. All right, so the lead is here, and we have to get to tin, which is all the way up here. So let's go ahead and just... And yep, this looks pretty good to me so far. I think I'm just going to finish up the tin ore and then figure out how I want to connect it up after doing that. So
I'm a little sick right now, but for the tin ore station, it is done, and I am primarily using electric boilers. I'm also taking an excess steam from the rest of my base if it ever comes. I know that coal-based or oil-based boiling is a lot better, and electric boiling is absurdly expensive, but I'm trying to go for like a green free electricity type base. So let's see how it holds up. But let's go ahead and move on to the lead and tin plate build. As you can see in the background, this is the lead build. We are going for 15 lead plates per second, or also 23.8 molten lead per second. This build will be providing both of those. We take in 18.5 lead ore, and we have other ingredients such as borax, graphite, sand casting, and hot air. So all the prerequisites I made previously, except for graphite, I still have to make graphite. Basically, we get lead ore. We take about 18.5 lead ore per second. That gets turned into lead grade 1. Lead grade 1 turns into lead grade 2. Lead grade 2 gets turned back into lead grade 1 and lead grade 3. Grade 3 goes to silver lead dust. Silver lead dust goes into molten lead after being combined with borax and graphite. This one's relatively straightforward. It's not as circular. I mean, as we get further in the metal processing chains, you'll have different grades of lead which will be combined and used and recycled to eke out more plate per ore. In our build, we try to go very heavily with direct insertion. We kind of have like this center line injection with a symmetric kind of like water falling outwards as I try to keep it symmetrical and nice. We also have two main loops going around the inside and outside. I think I do get rid of those eventually to try to streamline it more. Basically make it like come in from the top and out the bottom. And we kind of get rid of the loops. They were kind of very large and unnecessary. Plus I just did a loopy build already. So we spend about less than half the time. This build I think took like 3 hours. But I believe we spent like 1.5 hours, less than 1.5 hours working on the actual build itself, and then the other hour and a half are the train stations. Just kind of configuring the train stations above and below it, and well, the decoration as well. So yeah, this is the lead plate build. let's go ahead. We're actually not going to build it in the world yet. Let's go ahead and move over to the tin plates instead. This isn't exactly fixing it in post, but I did want to mention too that there's a loop that goes around the lead Mark 1. I mean, the one main loop we have that feeds in the borax, the graphite, and the sand casting is circuit controlled. It's actually really not that advanced, but I'm happy to include it in my build. I think it looks pretty cool to see the sushi belt that'll never jam up because it always has a certain cap of the amount of items that could go around and around in the circle. Anyways, on to the tin plate build. Alright, so now we're on to tin plates, and the biggest difference between tin plate and lead plate is just the building density. Tin plate is more complex for some reason. I mean, there's 4 grades, and there's tin dust, and again, it's just a bunch of crushing and screening and jaw crushing and washing and ball milling. The main outputs for tin plate this time are tailings and stone, but otherwise, if we want the same amount of lead plates, 15 per second, we need about 3 times the building. So what you see that I have here is a similarly sized footprint for about, and I say about 4.5 tin plates per second because it's not exactly 4.5. I think it's a little bit less. Probably comes out to like 4.25 or something like that. But for this build, we try to do a similar main loop. So I do a main loop for both the tin ore. We take about 10 tin ore per second. So I will say that it is, it's like 10 tin ore per second to 4.5 tin plate per second. And we actually have the stone go on the same line. So I use the same circuit control to allow tin ore in, and then we just filter the stone out as well. And there's just not enough, or there's enough space to allow the stone to go on the same line and come out. Otherwise, very direct insertion heavy. I go ahead and belt the borax and the graphite in to the arc furnace to make the molten tin, and then I kind of couldn't find a good place to jam the casting unit on the main production block on the left, so I kind of just put it on the train station to the right. But I kind of like how this build ended up looking. It looks like 3 pretty distinct units. At the very end, I did forget about the what's it called? The muddy sludge. Oh, is there tailings somewhere? Oh, it's not muddy sludge. It's tailings. I did forget that one of the outputs was tailings, and so I had to hook that up to the system. And it kind of just moved a bunch of the train station tanks around. But I like the build. It's very similar but different. I like the 3 blocks that I have going on here, and I like just the space between the builds. I think it looks very, very clean. And the decoration, also, pretty standard, pretty good looking. So, yeah, this is tin plate. Hey guys, so this is Vic. Yep, it's me. Yeah, so I have been very busy. Shoot, sorry, I'm cleaning up my desk at the same time. Oh Jesus. Ahem. Yeah, I had a very busy summer, and work has gotten really stressful, unfortunately. So I haven't touched this game. It's like the day after Christmas. It's the post Christmas day. I guess not rambling was a skill because I'm rambling right now. But it's the day after Christmas. I finally found time to play.
And by play, I mean edit, because it seems like I have some footage to edit here. Anyways, it's been about 3 months since I have last touched this game. But anyways, all I wanted to say was, Jesus, it took me 4 hours to build that, and I have no idea why, because it's been 3 months since I built it. But I think it was because I needed to manually load, like, I think I had lead and tin ore. I was manually making solder, so I was manually getting tin ore from the tin mine and making solder or something. Anyways, that's it. This took 4 hours and 3 months. Wow, I managed to yap all the way into the tin build, which I don't even know how many hours this took me. Let me. I'm just gonna fix it in post. But that is lead and tin, and that's probably gonna end the episode.
Okay. I'm gonna go right. Oh shit. Okay.
It's
Okay,
okay.
no way.
You're normal on the vine. Like the rain doesn't affect your vine. That's it.
Yo. We can find another one. A what? A what? A blow dart? Andrew had the blow dart.